One thing that I never do is betray myself, bro. I never betray myself. I never betray Jesus Christ, bro. And me, I was been the type of dude where back in the day, when I was a little kid, bro, I used to watch My Little Pony, bro. That was my first gospel. Taught me about friendship, taught me about love, taught me about hope. And shoot, man, after I post this testimony, I might just go watch it, bro. Because I need to do stuff for me. I've been doing stuff for everybody else, and I hate the fact that everything that I've been trying to do, everybody always be complaining about it because of the same situation in my life. Not only just my life, Jesus Christ's life, killing him. Then niggas want to say that they believe in him. This ain't no shade to anybody that's close to me. I'm just saying this junk in general, bro. Because I got to do this junk for me. I love Jesus for everything I got. I don't care if I cuss. I don't care if I say this. I don't care if I do that. I love Jesus. I don't care if he was white, black. I don't care if he was doggone fat. I don't care if he a Jew with the big nose. Well, even though, you know what I'm saying, the fake Jews got big nose and the fat, man, real ones got big noses. But, bro, man, I love Jesus. Because in every single situation in my life, if we would have had the love of Jesus, we wouldn't be in this situation, bro. Most of us wouldn't be made. You know what I'm saying? My household had a big family. My dad, we had the same name dang near, but he got a whole bunch of middle names. That's the only difference. You know what I'm saying? He was the realest father you could have. You know what I'm saying? Sure, he had fear in some situation, it seemed, because he felt like he was out of control. But you ain't got to feel like that, Dad. Not only I know who my God is, you should know who your God is. This the God that split the Red Sea. This the God who smoked niggas down, bro. For playing with the people that love on him. So anyways, he tried. He tried to teach me about character, integrity, all that junk. Each morning at 4 a.m. At 4 a.m. driving to my grandma's house where I'm at to this day. He would teach us about character. I didn't know what he was talking about because my mind, I can't even understand what I was thinking about. It did not compute in my head, bro. It just did it. You know what I'm saying? I like to say maybe I was looking for love, but I don't even know if that's true, bro. Because my mind being black. It's nothing in my mind. It's only what's in my heart. That's it. Because my mind been dead for a while. For years, centuries. Even after all this quote-unquote healing. But the last step to healing is revealing, bro. And I can't live no regular life, bro. I know, you know what I'm saying, my family, y'all probably like, man, you gotta provide for it, blah, blah. Nah, bro, I gotta provide for me. Right now, I don't want to do nothing. I ain't doing nothing that I don't deserve, bro. I ain't doing nothing that betray me. I ain't doing nothing that don't give me what the heck I need and what I'm gonna get from God that he promised me. Cause I'm my best friend. If he lied to me, bro, I'm still gonna serve him, even if he an evil God. I don't care. This guy saved my life, bro. Anyways, so boom. I just couldn't put a finger on. I guess I was insecure my whole life. And in the family, bro, that's supposed to be the first foundation of love. You know? We got the mom and dad. Supposed to be you know what I'm saying, the guide. Dad is the guide, the teacher. Mom is the comfort, the nurturing, all that crap. But it was kind of broken in my household because they were unequally yoked in the faith. You know what I'm saying? They was both trying to do the same thing in different ways. My mom, she wanted us to be free, maybe happy, but she was going against what my dad didn't want, which affected not only me, but my siblings as well. Because the structure was destroyed, which you guys shouldn't be tripping about, either one of you guys, because everything gonna be okay. Like, I promise you guys that it's gonna be okay. Because if there's a God out there, bro, I'm getting what's mine. And y'all bless my life, even if y'all don't agree with what I'm getting, or what I'm gonna get, or what I'm doing right now, or what I'm not doing. I know what's mine. I know what I've been through. I know what I care about. I know what I love. I gotta love me before anyone else. And I love Jesus on top before anybody, because he helped me. And he let me love myself. So anyways, dang, my glasses. So anyways, my dad, he would be like, don't watch Disney. You know what I'm saying? Don't watch certain stuff. Because Disney, They had subliminal signs in there, bro. Walt Disney used to put sexual images in the doggone movies, bro, which affected me. Not only did my mom want us to go behind our dad back and listen to certain things that he didn't want us to listen to. Not that it was crazy, it was just like R&B. Like, I don't know why he didn't, like, you know what I'm saying, lovey dovey stuff, but I don't know. I never talked to him about that, but I had this habit of lying, you know what I'm saying, going behind people back. But actually, I wouldn't even say that because I feel like another part of this, and I'm not even bringing this up to, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, I don't even know, but, you know what I'm saying, I know what's real and I know what's not fake, you know what I'm saying. So I used to watch Disney a lot. One of my favorite shows was Stuck in the Middle, bro. And Jenna, you was like your character, you know what I'm saying. I don't know. It reminded me of like the opposite version of my family. Even though it was toxic, it wasn't that toxic. Like we had like a Medea type story. Like even though we would like be yelling at each other and screaming at each other and name calling each other, bro, we would go watch a movie and, you know what I'm saying, chill. Those were the days, bro. But man, I guess I always felt insecure. Like I feel like I couldn't have no friends. I couldn't accept myself. I had scars. People hate on people that look ugly or different, bro. So I feel like I had to become like an actor, bro. Like a Carmen over chameleon. I remember one time, man, my sister, we got into it. She was like, "You ain't never gonna have no friends." I was like, "God damn." And me, I was sensitive, bro. I ain't sensitive no more. But I had to muster up the I had to muster up this facade that, oh, I'm gonna say something back and I'm tough, I'm macho. But nah, bro, that just hurt my feelings. I feel like if I could remember correctly, I used to go somewhere else and cry about that joke. It just hurt me, bro. But yeah, bro, like I've been lying to people ever since, bro. Like every day I was lying to people. Like when I went to school, they were like, "You heard that 50 Cent album in the club?" I be like, "Yeah, I just don't remember, blah, blah, blah." And in the Bible, they say life and death is in the power of the tongue. I would say I don't remember so freaking much. I don't care what nobody say about God. I know what's real, bro. People can say, "Yo, this is the partner. I mean, this is the aspect of yada yada." But shut up, bro. You don't know what you talking about. Anyways, and I got the right to be mad, bro. But anyways, yeah, man. Like, I would lie to my cousins. I remember I had this crush on Rachel. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say their last name, but she probably know who I am. And I remember I used to be lying about her name, bro. I used to lie on chicks, be like, I slept with her, but I did it. Well, I didn't do that all the time. It was a process. But I'd be like, yeah, man, she just not calling me back. I make these fake situations that would be so sad as heck because I know good and doggone well she's not mine. And I was a lover, bruh. You know what I'm saying? I watched a lot of Disney movies with the princes and the princesses, all that crap. And I thought I just couldn't get that. And whether it was the spirits that came through, because it says in the Bible it says a curse without cause. I don't even remember what it say, but you know what I'm saying? A curse without a cause cannot happen, basically. And according to the Bible, you know what I'm saying, a lot of causes. A potential cause is, you guys heard the conspiracy theories, Freemasons, doing all types of stuff to Satan, rituals, all that junk. My granddad's dad was a Freemason, 33rd degree or whatever. So you can only imagine how, you know what I'm saying, that affected us with the spirits that came in us. My granddad he don't believe in Jesus Christ and the resurrection, I don't think. So it's like, man, all these things, bro. But one thing about him, he did have love. He had cheerful giving. That's what God loved, bro. Whether he believed God is Jesus Christ, I know in my case, that's the King God right there. So he still love him. But yeah, man, like I started like it was like perversion in me, bro. Like I remember one time I texted my crush, Rachel. I can't remember when I was just a youngin'. For some reason, bro, I did watch a lot of YouTube videos where they was like, losing my virginity. So that's why I stand on the stuff I stand on, bro. Like, even though I say certain stuff on like Twitter and stuff like that, I only do that because, you know what I'm saying, not only the covenant I have with God, but because I have a spiritual army now that's moving for faith and love and purity and all that junk. So I ain't got to worry about no kids or anything like that. I can just be me. You feel me? But I still don't like certain stuff. I don't. Because actually, I'm just going to shut up. Anyway, so I remember one time I was in my TT room and I just said, send me a picture of you in the shower. She said I was a pervert. I didn't even know what that meant. I was flabbergasted. I was like, what the heck is a pervert? I looked it up. I was like, God dang, that just hurt. And I used to be talking to her. I used to be talking about about her to my cousins, my sister. I would, like, any chance I could talk about her, I wanted to talk about her because I was like a yearner, a lover, bro. Romantic type of dude, you know? Used to read Greek mythology books, which is why my testimony is so awesome to me. I remember my downtown used to be looking up love spells, love calculators on, you know what I'm saying, online as a jit. Like, I'll be typing in me and Rachel, see how much of a compatibility we got. I was down bad. But yeah, man, like, one sin led to the other. Perversion, bruh. Whether it's from the Disney people and their evil occulted ways, whether it's from the spirits. I know the Bible say when you do not keep God in your heart and you replace the truth for a lie, He will give you over to a debased mind to do things that are not beneficial. Murderers, gay people, all that crap that people hate on this earth, the monsters. Y'all doing that to yourselves because you don't keep Jesus Christ in your mind. You don't keep God in your mind. You don't keep love in your mind, bro. So you can't get mad at no monster and complain, say, kill David or kill the pedophiles, kill the rapists, when you making the rapists, bro. Because you ain't listening to God. How you gonna get mad at God when you not even listening to God? That's the stupidest thing I ever heard. And if you want to be a good human being, you supposed to provide a solution if you really care about problems. Everybody always moaning and groaning about problems, but nobody want to doggone use the right thing that solve them, bro. But, bro, like, I was attracted to people I shouldn't have been attracted to, bro. Like, I remember when I was a little kid, I think I was in 5th grade, and maybe it was these 3rd graders. It was twins. It was like a forced attraction to them, bro. I remember I kind of had attraction to my TT, and I was like, what the freak is going on? I'm like, some cousins, bro. I ain't going into all the details, but I got into masturbation. Junk would destroy my soul. All this junk destroyed my soul. And then I remember one time in the dining room, it was like I knew something was going wrong. Because in my brain, it was like something was forcing me to try to be attracted to my sisters. Now, whether that was the spirits of perversion, which everything kind of makes sense now because of the prayers I prayed and the covenant I had with Jesus Christ. Yeah, everything makes sense, which I really don't care now, you feel me? I'd rather be Jesus Christ monster, you feel me? Because, hey, man, through all of it, man, I still was that real gigger, bro. But anyways, I remember it was like everything changed once I had this dream, and I was in my sister's room. We was at Field of Road type stuff, and I remember it was like the most freakiest dream ever. And demonic dreams, they're always freaky when the spirit of perversion trying to get you, aka Asmodeus. And there was two ladies that had big old voluptuous buttocks, and it was oiled up like a doggone Golden Corral bun. And my rocket went inside of their bun. And ever since then, it was like crazy, bro. Like, I remember I was like youngin', and I lit it like we had a puppy, and it backed up on me, and I made coconut cream, and I didn't know what it was, but it felt good. And somehow I got into masturbation. That was my comfort, bro. Real deal. Like, I felt like I was a yearning. I loved. I wanted intimate connection. Couldn't get it because I feel like my life was taboo. And I said I didn't know a lot about what everybody else knew about. I was sheltered. I didn't think I could have a girlfriend because I was ugly, had scars. Then me and my parents, we didn't talk a lot and stuff like that. Going through pain through the things that was happening in my family. All the toxicity, bruh. And through it all, I was just trying to I mean, I was escaping through video games and movies like How to Train Your Dragon. I love that movie, bro. I love that movie franchise. Uh, I love video games. Well, I did. Uh, that was my main source of escapism because I hated life, bro. Like I did, and I never understood the importance of what my dad was saying, which I wouldn't say I don't care about it now, but I know the powers that I have that, you know what I'm saying, I really don't even have to spend a long time trying to study something. It just comes to me like with my Archangel Uriel. But he would be talking about education, and I didn't understand the importance of that, bro. I just didn't because I was just so broken inside. Maybe from the insecurity, my family having all this stuff going on, people coming in our lives and destroying our life. Apparently, it was some witch that, you know what I'm saying, did some stuff to our family that my mom met, whose name was Stephanie, who, you know what I'm saying, I would forgive you, but, you know what I'm saying, I hope that God deals with whatever and I hope he deals with you aggressively. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who messes with my family, ooh, it's rap for you. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, so yeah, there was a lot of open doors. And it was like, man, every single day I hated being alive because not only I had this double, like this weird perversion that was going on, and then I had a world of lies. Like I had to keep the lies up every time, bro, and I couldn't get what I wanted, which was love. Like I would say my family loved me, but they didn't even know me, bro. Like for real. Like they couldn't know me, bro, because I was living a double life. Like when I was at home, I was a good dude and I was cool. You know what I'm saying? Sure, I had the occasional debate with my siblings, and you know what I'm saying, probably talked about them really bad. Well, not really bad, but you know what I'm saying, enough. And then at school, I would become a raunchy comedian. Whatever somebody needed me to be, I would be that. Then I transferred from regular school to online school at 6th grade, and I felt so bad that the friends that I made back then transferred into my lies or one of my character arc stories in the future. Because I had a friend named Dujon Forbes and Jeremiah, whatever his name is, Miller. And eventually, because I got online, because my friend, me and my cousin used to play Fortnite all the time. He was a heavy pro at games like Fortnite, bruh. He used to be carrying me all the time. But one thing about me, I never gave up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't winning Fortnite in a long time, but I never gave up. Like, that's me to this day. Never giving up. You guys see me every single day. You probably think I'm crazy, but I don't even care. You know what I'm saying? If I'm a schizo, I'm gonna get what's mine, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't let nobody hurt. I ain't letting nobody hurt me. I ain't letting nobody make no more monsters. And I for sure ain't letting nobody hurt Jesus Christ or pretend like they love him and, you know what I'm saying, just do the opposite of what he would want. Heck no. So yeah, I go to this community called MSG. It's a Maya Selena streamer. Around the time I'll be watching Jenna Ortega live streams too, because I had a heavy crush on Jenna. Ortega because I felt like I could relate to her. You know what I'm saying? Even though, you know what I'm saying, I had an audience of just one. Like God was watching me, Jesus Christ was watching me. Well, technically a lot more. Now that I know what I know, but man, it was just like stressful, bro. I was insecure. She had the whole world on her shoulders, but it was a world of my lives on my shoulders, bro. She was trying to do something that was good, you feel me, for the youth. I was an encouraging dude. I could have been a motivational speaker. Not that I want to now, bro. Like, forget all that, bro. Yeah. And I remember I was trying to befriend Maya Selena. And something like that with the potentiality of maybe talking to her in the future, you know what I'm saying? But that ain't never happened. I went to a Discord. I met people like Blurry, Milkbone, Jay. They was all trolls, you know what I'm saying? Everybody in there was, you know what I'm saying? They had crazy jokes. Like, they'll be, you know what I'm saying? We was young, you know what I'm saying? I can't remember how old I was when I first got in there, but, you know what I'm saying? I became whatever people wanted me to be. So the jokes that they were telling, I started telling them. In the Bible, it says, bad company corrupts good morals. And I didn't stand on nothing, bro. I fell for everything, big bro, so it's my fault. You know what I'm saying? Even though their morals was bad, you know what I'm saying? Hey, they probably ain't had the love of Jesus Christ or somebody following Jesus Christ for ruining their life either. So I can't even fault them, you know what I'm saying? But they were telling gay jokes, all right, Kelly jokes, all types of jokes. And you know what I'm saying? I already had the perversion in my heart that I had. Not that I wanted it, but so I was telling gay jokes, all that type of stuff. I remember I had met a friend, like my first IRL friend was my cousin's boyfriend, Taj. And I got to open up to him about my problems. You know what I'm saying? I would be the crazy guy that's talking about his auntie and uncle. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like they played a part in my family breaking apart because my mom, she felt like my uncle didn't like her or something like that, and blah, 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 blah. And my auntie, she used to like cause division in the family kind of when she used to live with us in Riverdale. So I'm like, dang, forget them, bruh. So that was the butt of the joke, everything. But eventually I realized that it's just like Jesus said, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. Not even on a spiritual level, but a physical level. Like, it's just like one pattern of just sin teaching everybody rage over love and pain through youth. So I can't even blame them. Nor could I after I start learning this stuff at the 17. But yeah. So I'll be cursing like a sailor to him. I was like, I eat peach, all that junk, and he loved me, bro. Like, he ain't mess with the gay jokes though. I ain't really tell no gay jokes around that time. Well, the first time I met him, but yeah. So and I would listen to a lot of music people online would listen to, and that was affecting me as well, bro. That's why when I first started this journey, like, I was taking people beats because, you know what I'm saying, I was trying to reverse evil, but I'll get to that later. And that's why, actually, I'm gonna shut up. But yeah, I just like spent my life being this character and so many lies, bro. Eventually, I had to start believing the lies. I had to keep my lies every day, but I was entertaining everybody else, bro. Everybody else happiness mattered except mine, bro. When I was dead, I couldn't keep it real with nobody because I tried to keep the integrity of my family safe. I couldn't let them open because of the, you know what I'm saying, the darkness and the blackness of my sins. I'm like, dang, bro, what they gonna do when they find out I'm a virgin still, and I'm still a virgin? And a Gurchin though. I'm just kidding. Anyways, what they gonna do when I find out I ain't take drugs yet? Blah blah blah. All that junk, bro. Now I remember one moment when everything changed for the worse. Well, actually for the better. I ain't gonna lie. Because I would be on dating apps a lot. Nobody messed with me. I was ugly, but you know what I'm saying? You know what they say? Rejection is God's protection. You feel me? Sometimes it's a blessing to be ugly. Am I right? you sort out everybody, you know what I'm saying, who ain't for you. But anyways, so I'm on Discord. Mind you, I'm super. Well, that's I ain't even gonna get into that. But I'm on Discord and I see this what looks to be a light skinned chick with curly hair, bro. Almost as curly as my hair right now, but more. So I text her. I'm trying to learn my pickup lines around this time. Like online, I was kind of smooth. Sometimes, like, you know what I'm saying, I had that mouthpiece. Sometimes I ain't gonna care, bro. But I texted bro, and I'm like, yada yada yada, and then she like, yada yada yada, and then she send me an IP address. My heart dropped. I'm like, oh hell nah, bro, no way. Even though I see a hotel address, fear will literally blind you from what's right in front of your face. Then bro gonna tell me get into my Discord, which I hope you pay for making me go through that, bro. Why would you do that? That's lame. Anyways, so then boom, I get in there and I'm nervous, bro. And there's a girl named Mia, and she's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to leave, bro. And she's like, if you stay, I'll send you some noodles. If you know, you know. So I go to her DMs, and I'm like, where the noodles at? You know what I'm saying? As a joke, but I'm kind of curious. She like, you ain't getting no noodles. I think she sent the car emoji. Then I sent that R. Kelly emoji. I'm like, because she said she was 14. I'm like, so what? Or something like that as a joke. Like, I didn't mean it, but I'm not gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna fake it. Like the Bible say that if you don't keep the word of God, if you don't keep God in your mind, He will give you over to the best mind. I didn't have God in my mind, so sometimes she would look attractive, bro. And well, her profile picture, you know. And then she sent me a picture of some lady that got saved that wasn't her. And you know what I'm saying? Brown Rocket got hit to it, you know what I'm saying? It was like, you know what I'm saying? Actually, I don't need to get into too much detail, but you know what I'm saying? The pain was pain. You feel me? So, you know what I'm saying? I went to their Discord server. I invited some of the friends I had at the time. We was trolling her. Made a lot of distasteful statements. Nothing like Jeffrey Epstein or anything, but one day her friend Ava, she was like 14. She was a white chick. And she was like, man, I'm ugly. And me, I always was uplifting and encouraging because that was like the core of my being, which is why I love the kingdom of God and Jesus, because I was like, dang, this been me my whole life and I've been faking, bro. But, you know what I'm saying? I'm changing, bro, so I gotta grow. Anyways, so, yeah, she sent a picture and I was like, man, you ain't even ugly, bro. And she was like, you hot. And that kind of twisted my mind to like, I'm like, dang, I never been hot. I never been called hot before, so it kind of did something to me. I think around that time I was talking to somebody too on Twitter in the group chat called Pimps and Sims. But yeah, we started talking on Discord. We had a talking stage. It was nothing like I didn't go off on the gate like on some R. Kelly jump. Let me pee in your mouth. Heck no, bro. I just wanted the connection, bro. I was talking to her. I lied about some things. I was like, man, me and my dad, we making heck of money in the construction business, something like that. I was like, yeah, I'm 15, but then I corrected it if I can remember correctly. Oh, yeah, I corrected it. So when she did what she did, which I'm about to bring up, it confused me. But you know what I'm saying? I forgive her. I ain't got no shame no more. But, yeah, like one day in the Discord, I remember the Discord was moving, and it was like, let me see your brown rocket. And I was kind of encouraged. I mean, I was kind of, you know what I'm saying? I was kind of intrigued. So I was like, I think I asked him something. I was like, yeah, sure, man. And then, boom, like, I went to a DM. I was like, you sure, bruh? I was intrigued, low key, you know what I'm saying? I ain't putting in on none of my demons. None of them, all me, bruh. But it was a process. You know what I'm saying? I ain't proud of it, but hey, man, I got the best story out of it, big bro. So I don't even care. Anyway, so she was like, yeah. So I sent it. I deleted it real fast. She was like, I couldn't see it. So I sent it, deleted it real fast. And she sent me an acronym. She like, let me do something to you. It was an acronym. And I was like, nah, bro, I just want to love you. And then out of nowhere, I think it was like a couple of weeks or a couple of months later, and I get like the scariest thing on my laptop in the garage. I still have this laptop to this day. And it's a message from her. She had a purple profile picture, bro. And she was like, man, if you don't give me these Robux. And I think she did this because one time I got like a Robux gift card for her. And man, I wasn't a baller, bro. I didn't have that much money all my life, but my dad, he would like hook us up every now and then when we did jobs with him and something like that, because we used to work construction with him. But she was like, if you don't get this by Sunday, you cooked. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I can't remember what happened, but I basically just started lying. To my friends, I was like, yo, Jay, can you tell them, you know what I'm saying? Tell them my finger got chopped in a lawnmower bit, bruh. Then I told some other people I invited there. I was like, you know what I'm saying, I'm going on break. I told me, I was like, you know what I'm saying, my parents, they found out I was gay, so I'm going to a conversion camp. She was cool about it. She was like, you know, we love you, Sonny, blah, blah, blah. But I was stressing. Then I think it's like almost the day before the due date was, you know what I'm saying, due. And I was stressing, bro. Like, I was like, The police gonna get me, bruh. And I think she was 15 at the time. So, anyways. Oh, yeah, she was. But, I remember I was so stressed. And I texted her. I'm like, she was like, where's the money? And I was like, I'm at the hospital. Sure. Bro, you show that bitch, stop saying no money. Brown rice, bitch. You where my money at? Blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, yada, yada, yada. So then I just gave up at that point. You know what I'm saying? I just gave up at that point. I ain't even gonna cap. It was only by the grace of Jesus Christ there. You know what I'm saying? She didn't do nothing. Then I found out later that she was just trolling, like she ain't even mean it. So I was tripping for no freaking reason. But, like, that junk destroyed me because it's like, bro, like, people with these allegations don't live, bro. People trying to kill him, but I don't care, bro. I own up, bro. And even if y'all got a problem with it, y'all gonna get struck down by my God army, by my devil army. Y'all gonna get struck down because I won God heart, because I was being real. Anyways, not that I'm saying I'll strike any people that I mess with or mess with me and my vision and what I'm trying to get for me. But, you know what I'm saying? Other than that, yeah. That junk destroyed me. I became a humanitarian. I was trying to figure out what the hell got me to that. So I started cracking. I started unscaving everybody and their patterns. My online friends, my boy Mars. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, we have these philosophical questions. I mean, the conversation. But he can only get half of me, bro. I made up fake stories. Like, one story I made was I was eating some Chinese food, and I made the Chinese food bleed. If you get it, you get it. And that was a joke we brought up all the time, whole time. It was fake. It was fake, bro. And I felt so terrible. I'm like, oh my gosh, bro. These sad situations, I ain't never getting nobody. Man, it's like, I'm done, bro. I'm cooked. Then these people probably, I was like, man, what they gonna do when they find out I'm a virgin, bro? I ain't never took drugs. Well, I took herb, but like at 17. But yeah, man. I remember that John destroyed me, bro. Like, I remember I had met somebody back in the day on Pimps and Sims from, I think it was a different Twitter group chat. Which, man, some of you Twitter group chat niggas, bro, you niggas gonna pay. If you was cool, you not gonna pay. Specifically, I'm talking about that nigga Edward, bro. My army is gonna make you pay something. They gonna make you suffer, bro. Anyways, so, you know, I met this chick named Sosa. She was beautiful, Latina, older than me, like by a year. I remember I'll be texting on DMs, and I mean, one time I made her laugh. She was like, how old are you? I was like, I'm 17. She was like, I don't mess with anybody that's older than 18. I'm like, man, shoot, I can change the calendar. Then boom, I got suspended. I would get suspended a lot because I was an online troll, bro. I had nothing better to do. I was depressed. I couldn't tell nobody did jump, bro. I had to make plots on plots on plots on plots, which was depressing. That's why I be real, bro. Transparent. I don't care. Like, I literally got all the deities and all that stuff behind me, bro. And even if I didn't, bro, I'm still gonna keep it real because I ain't let nobody step over me. Because I'm gonna make me Jesus Christ. And he gonna be God. You know what I'm saying? Because he already been showing that. Anyways. So I got suspended a lot on Twitter. So I text my boy James. I'm like, yo, can you give me Sosa Instagram? I get an Instagram. We start talking. But I was lying like crazy a lot just to connect with her. But even though I feel like it was a connection, like, I don't know if it was, you know what I'm saying? I just don't. Like, she like NBA Youngboy and the ghetto music. I was like, yeah, I like that. We be talking about my uncle and everything that went on in my life and blah, blah, blah. I was like, I can't even be open about my doggone life, bro. I'm a chud. I'm a pathetic loser. 17 killed me, bro. I was making up stories. I'm like, yeah, I'm washing the dishes or doing laundry, but no, I wasn't taking care of myself. That 17 situation killed me. Reflecting on my life and how disgusting it was killed me, but now I don't care. Anyways, it killed me because at the end of the day, even with all this junk, I was still trying to figure out how to doggone save niggas. Which I gotta stop that junk. No more. No mercy. Jesus Christ, show up. No mercy. No mercy. Unless they mess with me, bro, show up. No mercy, bro. I'll get everything I deserve in Jesus Christ's name. So, yeah. I really didn't know how to call her. I was awkward with calls, bruh. Always been, especially with the chicks. You know what I'm saying? So she would call me, like, as we started talking more and more, she would call me bae and stuff. So I think we dating and junk like that. Like, it got so serious that when I was trying to be a pimp for the first time, I had like 3 chicks I was talking to. Benicia, Alex, which I'm sorry, bruh. Like, you was beautiful and awesome and cool. I didn't mean to, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, I was trying to be, like, that's why I gotta follow me. You know what I'm saying? Because me, I'm rooted in Jesus Christ. Like, I mess with everything he got going on. I don't care what nobody think they died. What Jesus Christ got going on. Because most of these gigs, they don't be serving them pure-heartedly, bro. So I'm sorry. Anyway, so I know I'm going to start taking Anaheim more seriously. And because I loved it, I think, even though, you know, we wasn't talking. And it sucked because she was in California too, and I was in Atlanta. I had no money. I was even trying to figure out how the heck I'm going to get to her. I had to get rid of these scars. I was planning suicide because I'm like, God damn, bro, I can't get to her. Everything just terrible. I got a brother with a heart condition, all that junk. Which he got a ticket to heaven, so that's good, bro. You know what I'm saying? He had to suffer. I was proud. I was happy. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, because I got to learn that peace. But anyways, and that understanding. But anyways, I remember one time my brother died, and bro, I remember it like it was yesterday. I was up late at night, which I usually would do with my friend Mars, and just in general. We were locked in, even though he didn't really know who I was for real, like, well, all the way at least. So we was locked in. But I was up trying to goddamn redo. I was up trying to finish out my assignments. I had like 136 assignments, bro. Oh my gosh, I hit the speaker. I had like 136 assignments, bro. Or something like that. So I was trying to finish them. And I would never go to sleep, bro. And then my mom told me to go to sleep. And the one time I actually listened to her, bro, I wake up from it. Well, I was already in a nightmare, but I went to a dream to another nightmare. Everybody around, my brother, he on the dog on the door like he in a movie. My uncle, he crying, which I never heard him cry. I see a body on the bed. I'm like, what the heck? It didn't hit me because I ain't never grieved that much, you know what I'm saying? When my grandpa passed, I ain't grieved, you know what I'm saying? I just wasn't a griever, bro. I was already grieved inside because I went against everything that I wanted to stand for constantly because I feel like I had to survive. So, boom, my mom friend Mimi, she take us to this hotel. And you know what I'm saying? She take us to the hotel. I'm talking to Mimi. I'm like, yeah, man, I don't know how to make no money. I'm trying to get to my, you know what I'm saying, my lady, Anaheim, who I think is my lady, but I don't know if she's my lady because we never, you know what I'm saying, said that we boyfriend and girlfriend. Plus, I ain't even calling her, so I can't even blame her for what I'm about to say. But boom, like, I'm in the room and I'm texting her, and she got stuck at the island. And goddamn, my whole family, they was asleep. I'm very awkward when it comes to flirting, anything romantic in front of my family. Like, but there was a whole bunch of them in this room, and I'm texting her, and she's stuck in this island. I'm like, oh my gosh, bro, I'm a pathetic chud. I can't even give her nothing. I just know it's got to be some dread. It's got to be some dread with a Hellcat talking about, I got you, Ma. You gonna be straight. You gonna be straight, Ma. You gonna be straight. All the time I pathetic tell, I'm dumb. I'm a liar. I'm pathetic. Man, I feel so terrible. Then I get a gut feeling. She don't know I'm back on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Because I was always back on Twitter because I was Twitter troll. I had nothing better to do in my life. My life was cut, it seemed. So I go on Twitter. I check her Twitter. And bro, like I go to her Twitter. I'm like, and I wonder what she's saying about that type junk. Man, I get it. I see a tweet. I see a screenshot where it says, I'm picking you up from the airport, mile or something like that. I'm like, oh my gosh, go in the bathroom and start crying. And it was like tears. It was like a waterfall because I really didn't cry that much. It was like periods where I like broke down, and it would just be a whole bunch. Like it would just be moments where it was like too much. I got to do this, but it was like a water fountain. And I remember, I don't know if I'm like crazy or something. Actually, I don't believe in craziness. You know what I'm saying? But well, I guess I do believe in craziness for love. But I remember at the time it felt like all my emotions they mixed into like different emotions, and I was experiencing new emotions in every character, every plot, every character I built based off of what I felt like. I remember I had this gangster character named Jug because I feel like my pain wasn't enough or wasn't black enough because I had black friends and their pain was worse than mine, which no, it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? I literally But anyways, yeah, like ever since then it was like, you know what I'm saying, I was just wanted to kill myself every freaking day. The lies got more and more. I would make up suicide stories. I mean, one time I would be drinking cokes every night. You know what I'm saying? Trying to slowly kill myself. I started doing vape to slowly kill myself. Gosh dang. What else? Yeah, and I remember I made up suicide stories. I remember one time I told the Pimps and Sims dudes, I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, I OD'd, and you know what I'm saying? I was like, I blacked out for like 5 days. I didn't know what was going on, B-Ray. I didn't know what was going on, B-Ray. So anything I did, I'm sorry. All the time, I knew what the heck was going on. I just didn't know what to say, bro. I guess I wanted people to throw a pity party for me because I was like, please don't kill me, B-Ray. Not that it mattered, but yeah. Anyways, so yeah, John was so pathetic, bro. The only time I felt alive was when I smoked weed for the first time. I ain't gonna get into the details, but it was like I felt alive again, and I was dead. I tell you, like, I was dancing, like my body just started dancing. I was like, yeah. I was creative. It's like, yeah. But yeah, like I didn't get into it like that much. Only thing I ever did was like consistently was Delta 8, THC, which I ain't gonna lie, I started thinking I was in psychosis. Most of this junk was fake, but no nigga can convince me this junk fake. I'm sorry, like you can't, bro. You niggas don't know what you be talking about. Like it's better than know nothing than think you know something, nigga. Like I said in that one song, but yeah, bro, like then I understood I went through another situation. That's why I know God, he be serious, bro. So I go on this app called Wiz, which is where I met, you know what I'm saying, Valentine from, aka Julia, aka Cyber Juju XO. So I go on this app called Wiz, and I meet this chick named Amelia, and I'm 19 at the time. She's 17, and I think it said she was 18. I could be lying. I don't know, but even if I was, I'm just gonna keep it true, bro. Like, if she was, bro, I'm just gonna tell you, I just genuinely can't remember. I do not be thinking about this stuff. But I remember she said something. I said something, I think. But she was sassy, bro. She asked me for my number. And I was in the garage in my bed watching Tusk. And I was like, please, God, make her not want to FaceTime me. Please, I'm pathetic. Please. And I remember we were talking. And she had a beautiful voice. But then I remember I asked her, I think she asked how old I was. And I asked her how old she was. And then she said 17. I was like, oh, heck nah. I had pain from the 17 situation, bro. I did. So I don't know if that can work, bro. I don't know if that can work. I ain't had my own morality. I ain't have my own morality system where people be like 17, 19, 18, 19 is wrong. 19 to 17 is wrong, blah, 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 whatever. I just had that trauma from 17, bro. I was like, oh, nah, not again. No. Like that Punisher meme, bro. But yeah, bro. And she was like, you're making it weird. Okay, I was like, all right, I bet. Say less. I'm not weird. No, why would I be weird? That's crazy. I'm not weird. And you know what I'm saying? I rock with her, bro. Like I rocked with her. Like she had borderline personality. Her family was full. Actually, I ain't gonna do her like that. But Even if I did, Amelia, you know what I'm saying? You're going to be good, you know what I'm saying? I literally got God on my side, the devil on my side, everybody, because, you know what I'm saying? I was fighting for their doggone soul, and yes, I got a blessing. So, anyways. So, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? I rock with her heavy, bro, because she had a beautiful voice. She was beautiful. She was kind of crazy, which I kind of liked at the time, because I was emo as heck, because I wanted to kill myself every day. I literally felt like I had nothing to live for. Feel like I couldn't provide, couldn't have no wife, had scars out there, jump, bro. Who the heck would want to share my life, bro? Share my life. Got family members that they were kind of underdeveloped, I ain't gonna lie, and I didn't want nobody to mess with them. I feel like maybe they would have been ashamed of me. I was ashamed. I don't know, bro. I ain't know a lot about no pop culture, none of that. But we'd be talking every night, and I felt like there was a connection with Amelia. I did, but it was just lies. Cause one night I was thinking, I was like, wait a second, she don't even know who I am for real. Like, dang, it just suck. So then, boom, one day, she said that we official. So boom, she live in New Hampshire, mind you. I don't have a job at the time. At this time, I think I'm trying to I'm still trying to figure out what the heck led me to this situation at 17 or any of these situations. Plus, I was dead. I was entertaining people. That's why I ain't never entertaining no nigga ever again, bro. I'm entertaining myself. But Jesus Christ, which is why I stand the way I stand. I move the way I move. I talk the way I talk. If you got a problem with Jesus Christ, nigga, you got a problem with me. You gotta see me, bro. But you ain't gotta see me. You know what I'm saying? Just in case, you know what I'm saying? They really don't help you. Boy, cause sometimes these farming members and Jesus Christ, I feel like they be playing with me, bro. Like, but that's okay. I feel like, you know, he just want me to tell my story and know me. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, so I see her on Instagram a lot posting about this emo rapper, and his name's Cemetery. She was calling him her boyfriend. I'm like, what the heck, bro? Why would you do that? I thought we was official. Then she got the Mexican dude named Beeb as a friend. I see their TikTok DMs and junk like that. They talking about all types of junk. I'm like, what the get? That just wrong. I'm already dead, bro. Like, what the heck, bro? You already don't know me for real, so I can't even blame you for real, though. But, man, I was very possessive. Oh, yeah, did I say that? She said that she was going to turn it. Actually, I don't even care. But anyways, so I was possessive with Amelia, bro. Like, she was fine, bro. Fine, like, Gog. A God pog, bro. Like, even though she caused me a lot of pain, but that's neither here nor there. Anyways, so, yeah. What was I gonna say? Also, I was like, God, is she the one? And then I get a doggone vision of her and Beeb as, like, they got orange aura and blue aura. And I'm like, what the guck? Why they sleeping together in my bed, bruh? And I was tired, so I cussed out God. I was in the garage. I was looking at the garage door. I felt like I was a villain. You know what I'm saying? I had a villain monologue with God. I was like, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I've been through a lot. You here playing with me? Got you. I didn't say that, but I said so. And I felt like I was the main character, bruh. Like, I genuinely did. Because I was tired. I didn't even feel like a main character, but it just like, it was one of those moments where you just like, it's like, you know what I'm saying? You just feel like you in a movie, which is pretty interesting now. But yeah, and next day, like the Bible say, when you do not keep God in your mind, he will give you over to a debased mind. That's what you got. You wasn't born gay. You was made that way by how the fact that, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Not only spirits can make you gay, but when you don't keep God in your mind, he can make you gay, bruh. Well, I mean, technically, already you making yourself gay because you're not keeping God in your mind. He pure and all that junk. He got his own standard, bro. You can't tell a nigga how to run his house when you the one that's in his goddamn house, big bro. No shade to any, you know what I'm saying, fruity guys out there. Well, actually, I ain't even gonna say that, bro. Shout at that boy. Shout at that boy that hits it, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If you mess with me, I mess with you. You feel me? But I'm talking to the his. I'm just saying in general, cause I kind of don't want to offend anybody, but if you get offended, oh well, what you gonna do? You can't do that to the boy that tamed the devil. You can't. Anyways, so yeah, like I was like, man, Amelia don't want me. It was so bad to the point where God protected me in this situation because I remember I was so sad, bro. I wanted to kill myself. I was up at 3 a.m., bro, listening to Ali Gotti, It's You on loop. That sad song over and over and over. That jump pathetic, bro. Somebody knock on the door. Knock on the window. I'm like, what the heck? I thought it was my uncle trying to cause a ruckus. And at the time, bro, these demons had my mind like, I think it's my purpose to eliminate my uncle. No offense to you, Uncle. I love you, bro. I do. But this is just my story. I don't got nothing against you. Anyways, because, you know what I'm saying, I learned and I was immature around those times. I was still trying to learn myself, and you feel me? Like I had a lot of pain, and I was trying to be like this knight for my family's honor, or my immediate family, or just in general. But I learned that, you know what I'm saying, what Jesus says is true. You know what I'm saying? So I apologize to you for the way I felt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah, anyways, so I went in the hall with a weapon. Well, I didn't go in the hall with a weapon, but it was a screwdriver, like behind the door or something like that I had. I thought he was about to crash out. But I found out that it was like people trying to rob the neighborhood. And they just changed their mind. Which God is sovereign, bro. That's why I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what I say to anybody. Nobody can do nothing to the boy. That's no one God heart, bro. Like nobody. You feel me? Like I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting what I deserve, bro. Point blank, period. So boom, like this day, I'm a whiz. I'm trying to find my true love. Trying to find the one. I was down bad. I was like, shoot, I never give up, bro. I never give up. That was my priority, you know what I'm saying? Which was gutted up, but you know what I'm saying? My life was already gutted up. Might as well go for something that's gutted up when it come to priority rise. So I'm searching on there, bro. I see a white chick. She like 21, 19, something like that, same age as me. Well, I was 19 at the time. But yeah. And I remember I was asking questions and bro wasn't answering it. And I felt something wrong, bro. It was like a string on me. When you don't keep God in your mind, I'm going to keep on saying that, but anyways, it was like a string on me. Like, I knew something was wrong, but I already cursed God. He had to show me who boss. He did. And eventually, the weird behavior keep on going. We go on Snapchat, he like send a picture of your face, like smile, and I send it. And then he like, you wanna have fun? I ain't know it was a dude. I just said it was a chick. Alright? I ain't gay. Even though the Bible be saying I won't regard women in jail like that. But that's about how this is. Anyways, so I'm thinking, and I'm like, bro, I remember 17. That was a terrible situation. But then I started thinking about Amelia, how she don't love me. I'm dead. I really don't even got a life. So I just started rationalizing my understanding was darkened, just like the Bible say. So I sent the brown rocket. I was pretty proud of it. I was like, yo, the production in mass material is getting crazy because I was very insecure about myself and my spaceship, or just in general. And you gotta watch what you put out there, bro, because kids watching it, it will influence them. That's all I'm gonna say. That's why I be standing on business the way I be standing on business. Anyways, so I sent it. Then, bro, like, what's your number? So we can, you know what I'm saying, have some freaky FaceTime or something like that. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go. Get the bite. I feel weird, maybe because it's 17 situation. This Ava chick can have my information and call me a pedophile one day, ruin my whole life, which I ain't scared about that no more. Well, no offense, Ava. I mean, I'm sorry, but blah, 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 yada, yada. Anyway, so, what was I gonna say? So I go to the, I go against what I feel in my gut. Next thing you know, I'm riding across these houses to Clayton County International Park. This dude sent a collage of my brown rocket, my phone number, my face. I jump up, I scream, I'm like, not again! I couldn't tell my dad. We never had no, I couldn't tell my dad. I go right back home. I'm like, what the heck am I gonna do? I come home, it's my brother's birthday. You know what I'm saying? I would tell y'all when it is, but I'm tired to talk about that, bro. I ain't even gonna cap, especially in the setting where I ain't even get my blessing, God. But I'm just playing with God. Anyways, so, man, another anvil on my soul. These guys watching movies. I'm over here damaged. These guys watching movies. Anyways, that was terrible. I went in the back. I had turned on a YouTube audio with the Bible. I got my sister Bible. She recently got saved. She used to be a crash out. You know what I'm saying? She in her transformation stage. You know what I'm saying? She's not perfect. You know what I'm saying? But she does love Jesus. She's trying to love Jesus. You feel me? So I started reading that. I'm calling the FBI. I'm like, get this person, please. Then boom. So I started calling suicide people. I'm like, man, I can't even tell them what's going on. That's why I had sensitivity around my name as well. I'm like, gosh, dang it. So I started listening to Stephen Furtick when me and my dad was going to work. I was stressed. I'm like, my little brother Chamaya, well, my little sister Chioma, my mom probably gonna hate me, bro. Like, I don't want, like, how we gonna fit this situation if nobody listen to me, bro? Dang it. Nobody gonna listen. God dang it. So, the situation just went away, though. You know what I'm saying? And I was in stress still. Then I met this girl named Valentine. Actually, I won't say she's a girl. She's a young lady. 19, I think. Well, technically, she's 25. I don't know how old she was, but she was just older than me. 21. Apparently, she was 21, but I'm not trying to do the math. I'm trying to get this story over with. But yeah, I was 19. Maybe she was 21. Ain't no way. Wow, that's crazy. Let's go. God is real. But anyways, yeah, bro, like, I met her, bro. She had the profile picture where, you know what I'm saying, she looked like a fairy. She was a fairy with, okay, I'm stop. But anyway, she had this caption on her boobies. Sorry I said boobies, but it said, just love me. And I could feel words, bro. When you texting me something, you trying to fake it to me, bro, I can feel what you saying, big bro. So you might as well just be honest with me. I can feel it. I always was a deep feeling. So, bro, people can't know what I'm saying, play with me. I feel it. I feel. I'm a feeler. I'm a real feeler. So, I was like, damn, bro. Shoot. I was a philosopher at the time. Self-made, of course, through the pain, the suffering. But I was like, dang, she beautiful. I know lust be running the muck and junk like that, so people probably just using her for her looks and junk like that. Don't really care for who she is and junk like that. That's what I was thinking. So I'm like, boom, I'ma just love her, big bro. She want me to. So we didn't talk. We were texting and junk like that. She gave me a funny story about her sister and junk like that or something like that. And yeah, like, she was very quirky. I like that. And around this time, bro, I was really loving the emos. Like, I was wrapped into this emo mesh of hip hop and emo because I really found my style around this time. Like, and I had this alter ego named Starzani, like, who was a thug, and yeah, he went on this drug deal, and his friend DJ, who was like symbolic of my middle school friends back then, and he got them killed because I feel like my black pain wasn't enough. Anyways, so yeah, I really liked her. Like, she was bad, bro. She was fine. And then I got a number, and she ghosted me. But we would pick up and we would talk again. I remember one time I asked her what was her favorite Lil Peep song. She sent me a list. I was listening. I was like, some of these songs, fire. Leave me alone, just leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? And then she would go to me again. But then it was like we talked again, bro. And man, I remember we had a conversation, cause around the time I was talking to the Goyo Gambling member, the Holy Jizzard, Jesus Wizard, Retro Chris. Don't get mad about what I'm saying. Nobody gonna be able to get mad at you. They don't get struck down if they get mad at you or confront you about this. Anyways, they're just gonna accept you. Anyways, so we were doing Garrett card readings, and it was always talking about this twin thing about me and, you know what I'm saying, Valentine. So I was like, gosh dang. It seemed like this didn't really be happening too. Like, real deal. Like, these demons really been working for Jesus Christ the whole time. Like, that's crazy. But yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and we would talk again, like, me and Valentine would reconnect, and like, yeah, we would reconnect, and it would always just be something. And I remember one time I got the urge to just tell her how I feel, bro, because I was watching a Garrett card reading by myself, and there's a school track yard or something like that, and I got the urge to tell her how I feel, and she saved it. And I think she said she wasn't like ready to, I can't remember what she said, something about some commitment or something like that, but like, this how I feel, bro. I love you, dude, or something like that. I want you, dude. I love you, I want you, blah, 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 something like that. And I think previously I had said, I think I told her, because we was talking, I felt so deeply connected, like, to her, because I remember one time she was like, yeah, man, I just don't want to live, like, and I like, bro, you think you don't want to live, you have no idea, because one time she, like, the first time we met on Wiz, she was like, what's your story? I was like, bro, I can't even tell her, but dang it, I wish I would have told the truth from the beginning, but I was like, you want to die, bro? I've been wanting to die. What are you talking about, bro? What? My whole life I wanted to die, it seems like. I got nothing to live for, bro. I didn't say that, but, you know what I'm saying? She told me how she got diagnosed with BPD. I'm like, dang, low key. Actually, I didn't say nothing about the fact that I thought that I had that until I started, like, because we had one conversation. This night was so freaking awesome, bro. It was so awesome, man. I'll never forget it. Never. Because I remember me, Chris, we went to the liquor store, and we got some Douce, which I love it, John, bro. I love Douce. It's the best. We got the bottle with the Panther on it. And I think I was 21 at the time, potentially. But even if I wasn't, bro, y'all ain't gonna get mad at the Royal Risen, bro. You ain't. The his. You ain't, bro. I've been through the pain. I wanna go hard. If you get mad at him, bro, ooh, man, you better not. I'm telling you. He's special. That's God's nigga. Don't mess with God's nigga. Anyways, so boom, we getting the cognac, bro. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't drinking it. I was drinking it. I wanted it because I was dead, bro. I needed something. And me and Valentine, we texting. She was telling me she sent me a picture of her grandma or something like that. Bro, man, I love this girl, bro. I can't even lie. I mean, this woman, well, hottest. But yeah, we were just having a blast. I can't even remember what we were talking about, but that just was the most fun ever, bro. Like, and then I remember I went to Walmart and I got locked out my phone. I'm like, dang, sure thing, I got hairs. I ain't got no hairs, big bruh. I don't. I'm pathetic. But being ugly is a blessing. Well, God's rejection is God's protection too. Cause I'm smexy, bruh. I don't know what I didn't see, bruh. Like, my name even mean it, bruh. I'm handsome. I'm godly handsome. But yeah, bro, that jump was so fun, bro. I'll never forget that jump. Then I went home. I think it was like a different night, or it was like the night after I had got out sick, because me and my cousin, aka the Goyo Gizzard, we used to, well, Gizzard, I don't know why I said Gizzard, we used to go on set, bro. It was such a vibe, bro. Like, we used to do Garrett Card readers about, you know what I'm saying, Valentine, the whole situation, it'll be real. Like, I'm like, dang. But I had this salad that I made. I had compacted it with grapes, chicken, all this stuff. And we got the cognac, and I was in this tent in the backyard, bro. That shit was a vibe, bro. I was texting Valentine, bro. And I was just like, I was drinking that junk. She was off a strawberry edible. And I remember we were texting each other, and she was like, man, I want you. She called me chicken wing. I was like, what? She want chicken wings? I was going to give it to her, too. I was like kind of broke. I ain't even going to lie. Like, these sets wasn't paying that much, but, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was going to give it to her. And then she was like, I want you. I'm like, I want the chicken wing? Oh, man, shoot. I do kind of look like a buffalo wing now, though. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, shoot, man. But I was like, God damn, I'm broke. I felt so terrible. I was like, I don't know how to get no flight. I got scars on my body, gosh dang. And then I remember we was in the tent. She was like, man, I hit my head on the shower. And she was like, she got like a Looney Tunes shirt on. And I just thought in my head, like, man, I wish I could kiss her on the forehead or something like that. And I remember, I think one night or the same night, and I was like sending her videos, you know what I'm saying? Because I was playing on the fact that people know that when you're drunk, you tell the truth. And I was like, man, I hate liars, big bro. Which I hope it didn't affect you a lot, because I was the biggest liar, bro. I was the biggest liar, bro. I had no, I just hated myself, low key. But I still love a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just hated myself. So yeah, I was like, I hate liars, big bro. I hate them. And I was talking about myself. I just didn't want her to think that, you know what I'm saying, I was a liar, you know what I'm saying? I did it. So, yeah. She sent me like an album, bro. That junk, I mean, a playlist, bro. She had the most fire music taste ever. Like, I remember I was, you know what I'm saying, to Puff the Magic Dragon. And I mean, it'd be crazy. I used to listen to Florida Dominique Fike all the time. And then she would just like ghost me. It was like we would just, you know what I'm saying, bounce. But no, I just go back and forth to, you know what I'm saying, who we are in Christ, you know what I'm saying? This covenant. Cause I remember one night, bro, it was like New Year's or something. Like, I made her a poem series about my life because I wanted to be honest to her and vulnerable to her, to let her know what was going on with me mentally. And I can't remember. Oh yeah, I think it was after I sent her the Christmas poem series called Valentine. It was basically about everything that was going on in my life, which I do not feel like sharing because this is about to be like 1 hour long, bro. And I just want to get to you guys fast. But yeah, a couple of, I remember like on New Year's, I thought she wasn't gonna text me, bro. I was stressing. I was on the couch, I was like, man, God dang it. And I was like, should I text her? And then she sent me Happy New Year's with a dot. Boy. I had a heart attack. I was excited. And then I remember I was kind of like, I don't know, I was on the floor. And I don't know if I was calculating what I was going to say. And then it took like a minute or something. Then she said something. I'm like, yeah, dang it. Did she say she loved me or something like that? What did she say? I don't have any hairs still. The one time she like, I know you got hairs. I ain't got no hoods. And Jesus Christ, please. Oh, actually, I'm gonna shut up. Anyways, yeah, I remember another important part of this journey. I remember we had a conversation about her potentially being bi. And I was like, yeah, man, I be eating Chinese food too. Oh my gosh, this kind of racist in the front. I'm sorry, bro. I ain't gonna lie, but yeah. And so, yeah, one day she had said something. It changed everything. I already wanted to live, like, you know what I'm saying? She put me on a mission. which is I think that's like after I went on this mission is the moment that I was at the track and I had found that Garrett card reading and I was texting her about my honest feelings. But yeah, like one day she was at work and she was a teacher's assistant. And she was like, man, these kids, they messing with this old man. They messed up here, bro. And I was like, yeah, they is good though. I ain't even gonna lie. I meant it. So I started thinking about my life as I put my phone down. Like, gosh, she don't like them little kids, bro. What she gonna think about me? She gonna hate my tail. So I go inside. I see my 3 little siblings going in the 3 paths that I went that made me worse. Well, not worse, but you know what I'm saying? Still bad. One was pathologically lying. Another one was online trolling. Another one didn't do her online schoolwork. So I'm like, God dang it. So I tried to figure out how I'm going to tell these people, you got to stop lying. You got to, know what I'm saying, yada, yada, yada. And they were like, they wasn't listening. So I'm like, what was the thing that made me not listen back then? I was like, I guess it was pain. I don't know. I was trying to search for something. The lies that I had to keep in my mind, it was like a doggone continuing script. Maybe that. Maybe that's the main source, and it was. But the overall thing, sin, you know what I'm saying? But I can recognize that at this point. At this moment, I think the thing was someone taught everyone rage over love and pain through youth. You know what I'm saying? And I remember I was like, what did get to me? And it was entertainment. That's why it's entertainment. Like when Walt Disney put them subliminal things in there, like, even though he put them subliminal things in there, bro, like, I was learning stuff from My Little Pony about forgiveness, friendship, being a real giga. That jump was my jump. Power Rangers, dedication, never give up. And also that making the same episode all the time will be trash if you don't know what you're doing. Fish hooks. Actually, I ain't learned enough fish hooks. Yeah, that's all I can give. Oh, How to Train Your Dragon. Don't care what them people say, bro. Bring that unity, bro. For sure. And yeah, I was like, nostalgia is important to people. So I try to amend these aspects and I start making these projects based on me and Valentine's relationship, but trying to connect everybody's like situation, like generational curses, like on a carnal level, not even on the spiritual level, just like the way that you talk to people can be a generational curse, but you can be setting yourself up for a generational curse. You can't blame the demons and, you know what I'm saying, Satan for everything, bro. You just gotta learn how to love each other. That's what Jesus was talking about. Love each other like you love yourself. And if you hate yourself, bro, learn how Jesus love you. That's gonna fix the situation. Forgive, understand. Because if you don't understand, you're gonna have to forgive later. You know what I'm saying? So just be understanding. So yeah. Started trying to build this franchise. But I knew I was pathetic. Allegedly. So me and my brother, we went to the doggone Wish Stops. The Goyo Gizzard. Because I needed power. So I started getting these bottles of deities, talents, and junk like that. I don't even think they were deity, but I needed power, bro. I bought this sack, man, because I was trying to hide my face. I didn't want nobody to see it, big bro. Because I was like, they ain't gonna call me a pedophile, probably. You know, I say this. But guck him. Even though I ain't. Well, I ain't no pedophile, bro. I don't know why I just had the question that I ain't, bro. I don't like kids. I love kids, but I don't love kids. You feel me? Oh, man, finally I'm free. Jesus Christ. Anyways. So, I was like, I was doing manifestation rituals. I'm gonna have the best album. It's gonna heal people. Blah 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 blah. Me and Valentine, we gonna blah 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 blah. Cause I wanted to build a world that was safe for me and Valentine to be in. Cause I knew she was stuck in that situation I was in, bro. So I had to make sure that we could be together in a safe world. And it was like kind of crazy, but I knew I had to go to some deities. I ain't had the power. My voice is trash. I could barely even make music. Which is why I love my music so much, because I'm telling the truth. That you're fire. I got farmers, you know what I'm saying, helping me. Yuri, you know what I'm saying, Michael, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, this on fire, you know what I'm saying. Whether it was all like this or it just started being like this because of faith, bro, that on fire. I love it. I love it. Compliments to the God that made me, Jesus Christ. Anyways, so eventually I'm like, damn. Because I'm sleeping in the dining room. And I know like something on here. I'm like, what are these? I was watching a lot of videos, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I was online a lot, like, chronically online, bro. But I remember, randomly, I felt this dark presence. And my dumb tail just thought about alone with God, typed it up, felt peace. I don't know what the heck. Then a couple of days after that, this demon spirit, like she was a grandma or something like that. She had a wheelchair and everything. It happened twice. One was like an old school wheelchair, then like a futuristic wheelchair. I don't understand it, but that's what happened. So then, like, tell me while I'm laying down, she literally soul sucked me with her arm, with her hand like Darth Vader. She was like, ooh. And then I said, in the name of Jesus Christ, you go away. She disappeared. That's why I stand on business the way I do. I know who I know. You know what I'm saying? He know me. I don't care what no niggas say. Anyways, so boom shakalaka. So I'm like, interesting. So, long story short. Well, this ain't a long story short. I'm about to get into a lot of stuff. But that was like one of the foundations I knew Jesus Christ was God. So boom. Eventually I go to my dad's house. It's like August 2023. I'm studying music. Still using these I'm trying to use these deities and things that help me, like alcohol and Delta 8. Cause I liked it, bro. I did. I like being drunk. I like getting high. Cause it made me feel alive and it was helping me being creative. But I knew like it was like something missing. It was a gospel without Jesus Christ. The power, yes, Lord. But yeah. So one day I'm watching Empire because I'm trying to figure out, like, trying to get into that artist mindset. I'm trying to get some practicality about myself, even though I pretty much ain't had no hope, because I'm like, man, I ain't got no hope here, bro. They is not going to forgive me. My dumb tail going to the ancestors. I'm like, delete them pictures, please. Please. Yeah, because I think that was like the only deities I was going to. Like, I was feeding them niggas and something like that. And they actually took it, which is crazy, considering the fact that, you know what I'm saying, everything that I know now. But, yeah, and I was sitting on the wall, and I get a thought of God sat on the cloud. God sat on the cloud because everybody sinning. I put the perspective on my dad because he was strict. He had rules, but it was just for the better of us, not to keep us enslaved. Him and my mom, they had a bad relationship, and you know what I'm saying, we had bad relationships. Sometimes some people can bring it out of proportion. My siblings was hearing that sometimes, and I'm like, dang, my dad don't be here because he always be working and for the better of us, so they probably think that he don't love him, even though I know he do. So it's like, God dang, people be thinking that about God, and like God, Jesus Christ, he sent Jesus Christ on the, what you call it? I don't believe in modalism, but I call Jesus Christ my God because he been my God, bro. But anyways, I'm like, dang, I didn't think about that at the time, but you know what I'm saying, it took a process. But yeah, so after that, I just got a random piece. It was like a silent instruction. It was like, throw away the vape. Not because I was sinning or anything, because me and God got a covenant. But I was like, did God just tell me to do that? So I went outside, started thinking about it. I'm like, okay. But then I got it again real fast and I smoked it again because the mission was very important to me. And now I started thinking, I'm like, wait a second, that was God. I really got to do this. So I threw it away. I ain't going to get into the details of how, but I'm tired of telling that stupid story. But I go inside and I put my hands in the sky. I'm like, God, whatever, I'm going to trust you for everything this business, this Stereo Liberty going to be. And boom, 3 a.m. I'm praying for the first time in ages. I'm praying for the forgiveness of my people. You know what I'm saying? Tell me why. My laptop usually play Indian videos. Randomly, it play a doggone video that I'm praying. Well, it play a video of the same type of prayer I'm praying. So I was marked. And then, like, this honey-like substance came in the room. It was unconditional love, baptized in the Holy Spirit, allegedly. I would say allegedly, but I knew that's what that was. I know that's what that was. And I was marked. I started reading. I started looking up. I started reading. I started listening to the audio Bible again. I'm like, dang, God was in the cool. Like, God was chilling with Adam and Eve in the cool of the day. That just sound fire. Enoch, he got took by a horse because of faith. That sound fire. The kingdom about love and forgiveness and humility and meekness and kindness and compassion. That sound fire. Then I see Jesus say words that was like it put everything into perspective. And he said, Father, forgive them for they know not what they do. I'm like, dang, bro, that's exactly what I've been thinking. That's the answer, bro. Nobody know what they do. Not only the spiritual aspects, but they literally are like, not only everybody in the documentary movie, you know what I'm saying? Because God too good, you feel me? But anyways, yeah. So I was like, what the heck? Jesus Christ became an idol at that point. Oh, man, this is a long, depressing story, but basically, now I started getting into Jesus more. I'm like, damn, bro. Revelation, I read Revelation. I was kind of celebrating because I knew about the deep state and how they gonna do what they do to these kids and try to get them to be perverse. I'm like, damn, so they gonna die. Let's go. I ain't even got to worry about that no more. And every day I thought that the end of the world was gonna come because my world was already in it. But I was like, I'm finding out about this deep state and the Illuminati. I'm like, what the frick? Come on. I can't even talk about my regular life then. Oh my gosh. This jump been on my mind forever. But yeah, bro. And then I start reading more. I'm like, damn. Seems like forgiveness is important. Start reading scriptures that say, if you don't forgive, the Heavenly Father won't forgive you. If you don't embrace if you are embarrassed of the Son of Man, the Heavenly Father gonna be ashamed of you. I'm like, dang, bro, I'm worried for my family and friends because it ain't easy to forgive here, bro. I'm tired of being worried about other people, bro. I just gotta think about me when I'm making this video. But anyways, yeah. And I remember I was praying big prayers. I had a prayer schedule and everything. Because it was important to me. That I found the power that I needed. I prayed that, you know what I'm saying, God would turn me into a principality of forgiveness. I prayed that God would sanctify all them personalities that had turned into the 144,000 Jews, or that was in the Revelation, because I didn't want nobody to perish. Because it says in 2 Peter 3:9 that he wasn't slack concerning his promise, but willing that not some but all come to repentance, which is the changing of the mind. And I saw instances where that was permissible by faith. I made a vow to God that even if I perished, I was gonna make sure he got what he wanted, which I really don't care about that vow because I did what I did. You know, I did my part of the vow, bro. I did. And then it was painful in these days, but like God was showing himself faithful, like in the small ways. Like I remember one time I was doing a 5-day dry fast around this time, and I would literally get dreams of what I was gonna eat for the day. For the next day, like temptation. You know, I remember one time, it was like Little Caesar pizza. I was like, God, I'm at my wit's end, bro. If you don't want me to eat this, say something. And my little sister Chioma, she was like, stop, don't eat that. She reminded me of Shirai Gupta when he was like, you almost got the cheese touch. But it was God doing it through her, which is why everything's just so awesome. Everything is awesome. But anything, I mean, anyway, it's like, and I was talking to God like every single day, bro, about my problems. It was like I couldn't talk to him. Like, man, oh my gosh, like even talking about this right now, it just tires me, bro. But yeah, like I wanted to be myself, so I made a covenant with God. I'm like, if everybody gets saved and something like that, I don't want to be remembered as a pedophile monster, bro. And even though I wasn't, I loved Valentine a lot. And I didn't realize that she wanted a new name, potentially. I talked to him about everything I wanted, and I remember I was literally talking, I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? Here we go, 10 wives, because I knew who God was, and then ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? If Jacob got blessed, I was getting blessed. I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with something. That's how I was moving. And I started thinking, I'm like, man, that's a little excessive, bro. Like, I think this is motivated out of lust. But I started thinking about, like, deeper, and I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I remember Valentine. She said something, you know, that have been engaged in allegedly abomination and something like that, but just make this a situation where we can be with Jenna because I really feel connected to her pain and I relate to her. And allow us to be the source of God, the Heavenly Father, because I respected the Heavenly Father so much because he was my first friend. He was pushing for forgiveness, and if I would have told people about forgiveness, they'd be like, you just saying that because you were. So I had spiritual beings. I only had spiritual beings. Even when I was getting attacked in my dreams, I was like, then I was like, Lord God, make a substance called faith and love, called love, and transform these things. And put and chest your cameras around that world so nobody would have to deal with the pain that they went through in life. That it would just be a lesson. And that everything in my testimony, you can use it until I get married with Valentine and Jenna. Ever since then, bro, it's been just like that. I was transforming. Well, I was experiencing the most beautiful love story ever because I love godly stuff. I used to read Greek mythology, so when I was experiencing what I was experiencing, I was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. I remember the first time that I realized telepathic communication was real. I felt something and I was like, what the heck is that? I feel somebody's grief. And then I went home that night and I smelled just the most beautiful smell ever. It smelled like what the bottom the bottom of a beautiful lady would smell like. Telepathically, telepathically spoke. I would be on Twitter and I could feel what she was saying through words. And a lot of people would say that's schizo or paranoid, but I don't give a damn. Y'all niggas don't know what y'all be talking about. Talking about some psychosis. Y'all just be getting tricked by the devil and the demons. Because most of y'all be demons, bruh. Be sinning against God, aka love. But yeah, it was so beautiful. And every day I'll be making these songs trying to reverse evil on people beats because I made some eternal franchise called Stereo Liberty, which was to, since those spirits got saved, like Allah and Muhammad and Zeus and blah, 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 because I was willing to go against the word of God and bless God's heart. And if he cared about forgiveness, that means the monsters too, even though people don't care about the monsters. I cared about the monsters because I understand them. And I was making an ancestral Christian with the K Council, where I would put the spirits that have been chained in there, like Adolf Hitler and the Pharisees, and I would be doing like communication with the Stereo Liberty signees that were quote unquote dead but now are alive. Like Dolly Parton, y'all don't gotta trip about that, but and it was just the most crazy thing ever, bro. Every day was beautiful. And I remember I made a video called Navestar, and it was like one of my faith inventions, like to put me in the best version of myself. And I think I added Jenna Ortega. And I didn't know when she would get it or how she would get it. I just did it by faith. And then one day when I was chasing after Valentine's voice, because I would hear her in the ceiling, because eventually I prayed. It was oh my gosh, this is just a long story, bro. And I really don't even feel like telling it. Unless I'm talking to you guys face to face, I gotta do what's good for me. But anyways, I went to jail about you guys, bro. Lost myself about you guys. I love you too. I don't like Jesus Thurman over his name. I hate that name with everything in my soul. Oh, he was, but yeah. That's my test. That's my story. That's why I moved the way I move. Yeah. So, if you mess with me and my human doing life, or you mess with the vision I was bringing, you're gonna be blessed. If not, Lord have mercy.